Welcome to the Fibro Me Fabulous podcast, where we discuss all things fibromyalgia. Done by not a complete idiot, but some parts are missing or just not working properly. Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Fibro Me Fabulous podcast. Today I want to talk about self-love, self-care, and self-confidence. Because a lot of us with fibromyalgia, our confidence is down the drain. Self-love is down the drain. I think it's because the expectation we had from life doesn't connect anymore with the reality. And because we want to people please and we can't anymore, or not as much as we like to, it hits us in the face. And, we are people too. We deserve as much self-love as anybody else you're giving your love to. Right? I don't know if you can hear it, but the cold is still going on. My immune system is not working the way it's supposed to. It's not fighting off this cold for some reason. I stayed at home for a week last week, and I do feel a little bit better, but damn, it's staying strong. When your health is declining or just has a setback for a while, your mindset goes, right? What I talked about last week. And it's really important to crank up the self-love and to keep taking care of yourself. And one of the things that I did in the coaching program with Luke Mind Power, what helped me really well was the mirror work. It comes with affirmations, and affirmations are not for long-term use. Affirmations are just to help you get that confidence. But I also watch on YouTube Julian himself. Maybe you have heard of him. And he says affirmations are good to get that confidence, but the knowledge has to come from inside. It's like going to the toilet. You don't have to tell yourself you can go to the toilet. It's not, I can do this. Let's go. I can go to the toilet. That's how he explains it. And I find it very funny. You don't have to tell yourself you can go to the toilet because you can, right? And that's the same thing with self-confidence and self-love. It should come from the inside. And affirmations can help with that. But they shouldn't be a long-term thing. Because if you constantly need to tell yourself that you're beautiful, that you believe in yourself, that you love yourself, it's not gonna work, because then somebody can take that away. So it has to come from the inside out instead of the outside in. So I want to adjust a little bit of the mirror work that I got. And I will share it with you because a lot of times we don't tend to turn inside. We people please and we numb ourselves with whatever we can find to hide from the uncomfortableness and also the pain, right? We numb the pain with painkillers, or like I did with weed. When I was off the painkillers, I used weed. I numb my emotions with food. I was an emotional eater for a long time, and I still am. It's causing a little less havoc than it did before. Last year, I lost a lot of weight. I lost about 17 kilos. I can't remember anymore what it is in pounds. I'm sorry for you Americans, but use Google, right? I'm recording, so I cannot look it up right now. So I lost 17 kilos. It was more initially. It was closer to 30 kilos. But then I got into some financial trouble and I ate back some of the weight. So yeah, but I was still, after a year, I was still lighter than I was before. I was still 17 kilos lighter. And this year, because I also started working again, I just thought I'm not going to focus on losing weight. I'm just going to try and keep my weight the same. And it's about the same, plus or minus 5 kilos. So that's pretty good. And so the emotional eating is much less, right? But it's a process. It's not gone. It's still there. It's just not anymore in the amount that I used to do it. But it's still preventing me at the moment from losing weight. And I'm trying different strategies, but I think just the most important one is just to look inside and see, why am I eating? Because we can really get stuck into the skills and the solutions and the what now. And that's what Julian himself also talks about. We're all looking into the what now. into the skills. What can I do? The solutions, right? And he explains it like this. You have a mobile phone and your mobile phone isn't working correctly. So you install all these apps to try and get it to work. And you install this app, you install that app, and you see it working for everybody else, but not for you. And you're like, why is it not working? Well, you can install all the apps you want. You can learn all the skills you like and all the tricks and solutions. But if there is a virus running on the phone, all the apps are not going to do anything. You need to run an antivirus. And I think that's so beautiful, right? The same with the self-love, the confidence, loneliness. It's all things that we look for in an outside solution, but it's an inside solution. You can all take care of that from the inside. Only you have to dig. And you have to dig into places you don't want to dig. And I'm not going to say that's easy. I did it too, especially with some of the exercises in Look Mind Power program, right? Where you had to dig. I procrastinated like fuck because I didn't want to. But if you wanna, fix is a bad word, right? Because you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. But if you wanna cure the virus that's currently wreaking havoc on your depressed, sad, and lonely mind, then you have to look. You have to dig. It's the only solution. And it sucks. It really sucks. It really does. But it does get better. I used the affirmations for a long time. I have this medicine cabinet in my bedroom. And all the affirmations are on there. And for a while, every morning, I did those affirmations. Let's see if I can remember there on the top of my head. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're powerful, all things like that, right? You don't have to be perfect, those kind of things. Things that made me feel like being myself was good enough. But I don't use them anymore. Why? Because I don't need them anymore. That's a good thing. And of course, I have self-doubt. Nobody is immune to self-doubt. But overall, my confidence has grown. It has given me the strength to stand up for myself and ask for what is my right, basically. To when you make an agreement with someone and they don't follow that agreement, then I can say, hey, this is what we discussed and you're not following it. Why are you not following it? Because this is what we discussed. And in the past, I wouldn't do that. I would just let people walk over me. So that's a really, really good progression. So yeah, the mirror work. You have to stand in front of a mirror and you have to look yourself in the eye and really look at yourself in the eye. It's either going to be so hard you don't want to look at yourself, or if you're a little bit further than that, a lot of things will come up. Stand still by what is coming up. Because everything that is rising up and everything that you feel and process, you can let go of. And as long as you hold on to it, it will stay inside of you and rot, right? And I think that's exactly what the fibromyalgia is telling you. That there are things inside your mind that isn't processed and it found a place in your body, right? Because our nervous system is out of whack. It's ringing all the alarm bells that something is wrong. And I think the something wrong is the emotions we haven't processed or the trauma we haven't processed. And trauma can be anything, right? It can be from bullying to abuse to like small and big. Just look at yourself. Write it down if you have to. Write it down, because sometimes when you start writing about it, then all those things will come up. And when you can do that without getting too emotional, so don't push away the emotions, let it out, feel them. And when you can look yourself in the eye without breaking down, you're gonna say 7 things that you're proud of. 7 things that you can do better. And then 7 things on what you commit to yourself. And I will give some examples. So things you are proud of. Like, I'm so proud of you that you kept going, kept fighting, even though it's very hard with the pain. Things that you can do better. I can take better care of myself, so I can take better care of others. And every time you look yourself in your own eye and you say your own name. So in my case, that would be March. I'm proud of you that you kept going, even though it was very difficult. And then you do 7 times a positive affirmation. Then 7 times things that you can do better. So I'm going to take better care of myself by eating healthier. Something like that, right? And then 7 commitments to yourself. So March, I am committed to love myself more. March, I am committed to not let anybody walk over me. You will use your name and say things like that. And when I finally will write my coaching plan, because that's still in the works, I have something on paper, but it's not nearly completely finished, right? And I also want to see if there is enough people who want to be coached by me, and this podcast is like a pilot for that, right? To see how many people want to get into coaching with me. But for now, I will just give it away for free. And of course, if you want to get coached by me, there will be lots more details and lots more coaching with that, right? Take that time for yourself. Make sure that there is nobody who can disturb you while you're doing the mirror work, right? So you can freely feel what's going on inside of you, because we pushed it down for too long, darling. And it's important to take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies, take care of our minds, especially as we're going into the winter months here. It's autumn and it's going to winter, and winter depression is a thing. So keep a good eye on your own mental health. Keep doing the things that bring you joy, even though you are tired, even though you're in a lot of pain. Keep doing the things that you really enjoy. And plan things in advance that will keep you going. I have a good example for that. Next year I'm going to a concert in Belgium. It's gonna be a solo trip. I'm gonna go by myself. It's the first time that I will be traveling alone to another country. And Belgium is not that far away from the Netherlands, right? But still, it's something I felt I needed to do on my own. I'm gonna go for a weekend. And on one of the days there in Belgium, there will be a festival, right? With bands. And my favorite band is playing there. If you don't know them, it's KLCM. They're really good. They're from Switzerland. If you love metal, go check them out. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. And those kind of things, if you plan those kind of things for yourself, and it doesn't have to cost money, right? It can be just a day by yourself where you have to think of nobody else but yourself, right? Just plan something that you can look forward to, that even if the days get hard, that you can look forward to something nice, to something fun to do. So yeah, that's it for today. That's my 2 cents. I want to keep these episodes short and sweet, because your time and your energy is valuable, and especially because we have so little of it, right? If you think this podcast is valuable, leave 5 stars, leave a review wherever you're listening on, because I'm on Spotify, Apple, and on YouTube. I don't know what happened to Amazon, but for some reason, when I go and search for my podcast, I cannot find it. Even with the link, I cannot find it. So if you haven't found it on Amazon, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, make sure you leave a review so we can get this podcast out to other people that need it. And also, if you have questions or you want me to talk about a certain topic or ask about something, how I deal with it, please leave a comment or send me a personal message on Instagram. I'll be happy to answer it in the message itself or in the podcast. And also, if you want to be in the show with me, send me a message, because I will happily have you in this podcast. So for now, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Take care and see you.